Thank you. Okay. I'm sitting in a glass-walled cubicle, and across from me is this blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy of Swedish stock from Chicago. And on the outside of the glass, on the other side of the glass, there are all these Hasidic Jews. There's men with long beards and long black coats and women with long dresses and wigs. I'm 27 years old, and I've just come back to New York from graduate school in central Pennsylvania. And I've taken a job at this healthcare computing company in Borough Park, Brooklyn, which is ground central for Hasidic Jews. And I had been looking forward to finding a Jewish husband when I came back to New York, but not this Jewish. So the Swede is the only non-Jewish man in this company. And he's also the other tech writer, and they've put us behind this glass cubicle, sort of segregated, cordoned off from everyone else. And he is just the kind of guy that would probably hit on me. He's smart, he's lanky, he's brooding, he's broke. And he's really a bit of a jerk. Like the first day at work, he comes to me and he goes, "There's Weiss Frankel, he stinks, don't lean in." And I'm like, who says that to somebody the first day of work? But he keeps a pack of Winston cigarettes in his desk drawer. And I have been looking forward to starting smoking when I come back to New York. So we become best friends. We're friends without benefits. And then on Friday nights, while the rest of the office, Friday afternoons, the rest of the office just clears out and they go home to their Shabbat family dinners, he and I go to the city. We go to poetry readings. We go downtown to get cheap eats. And then on Saturday night, I get all dolled up to go to the discos to try and find a nice Jewish husband. He does, I don't know, whatever morose loners do on the weekends. Then on Monday mornings, we smoke Winston's, we debrief from our weekends, etc. So it's a lot of fun, but I am getting really lonely, and my disco game is just not what it used to be. The holidays are coming, and I have a motto: if you can't shtup with the one you love, shtup the one you're with. So I decide I'm gonna seduce the Swede. And I have a great scheme. Thanksgiving's coming. My best friend on Long Island is having people over for Thanksgiving dinner. My parents who live on Long Island are not gonna be home that weekend. So I am going to take this guy to my friend's house for Thanksgiving, take him back to my parents, bada bing, bada boom. Thanksgiving comes, and because our company does not recognize American holidays, we have to work on Thanksgiving Day. So I drive to the office, and I get a great parking spot, no alternate side of the street parking on Thanksgiving. And I pack up what I call my seduction duffel bag. Pair of non-granny panties, a little nightshirt that's sort of subtly sexy without being a little too frou-frou, my diaphragm, and a big tube of diaphragm cream. Right? Because nothing says sexy like shoving this gloppy thing up your whisker biscuit exactly a half hour before doing the deed, and then fishing it out exactly 8 hours later. Spontaneous, right? So I'm there at work. It's Thanksgiving Day, and all day I'm editing the patient entry user manual, and I'm planning my moves. We'll sit next to each other at dinner. I'll put my hand on his leg, and he'll be totally shocked, but he won't push it away. And as the evening goes on, et cetera, we'll go back to my parents' house. Perfect scheme. 5 o'clock comes. We go to my car, and I notice that the back door is sort of looks like it's sort of open, and as we get closer, the handle of the car is sort of hanging off, and I look in, and someone has taken my Seduction duffel. My car was broken into. "Oh no," says the Swede, and he pulls out a memo pad and a pen from his pocket, because that's just the kind of guy he is. He's got this all at the ready. He's like, "What got taken?" And I'm thinking, my last pair of granny panties. My last chance of getting laid before I turned 30. What got taken? So I say, "Oh, well, like, some clothes and some toiletries." So we go back to my apartment in Brooklyn, and the back door is like thump, thump, thumping as we're driving. And we go into the car, and he's like, "You have to call the police." We go into my house, we have to call the police. I call the police, they laugh at me, because what idiot keeps stuff in the back seat while you're parked on a side street in Brooklyn? And the Swede sort of ropes up the back of my car, the back door, with twine I had in the house. He's very handy. That's good to know. And we go to my best friend's goddamn gorgeous Thanksgiving with her goddamn gorgeous husband, and she already has a goddamn beautiful baby. And of course, nothing happens. He's not even interested in me. He sleeps in my parents' basement. I sleep in the guest room. And I don't know what I was thinking, because the guy is not interested in me. So there I am. I'm all alone for Hanukkah, for Christmas, for New Year's, for Valentine's Day. I'm smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day by this point, incidentally. But then it's March, and my loins come alive. And I have a new scheme. This is a good one. Because the Swede has been complaining that he has nobody to cut his hair. He has this curly blonde hair. And I'm like, I cut hair, which is a total lie. I mean, I did cut my little sister's hair when she was 4 years old. She looks like Florence Henderson from the Brady Bunch. When we were in 5th grade, I cut my friend's sideburns. I cut her earlobe off. But I cut hair. So next thing you know, there he is. He's in my apartment. He's all soaped up, and he's shirtless. And I'm massaging his hair as I'm rubbing my breasts against his back and cutting his hair with my craft scissors. Okay, it sort of worked. It took a week for him to figure out that I was hitting on him. It took him 4 years to propose to me. And then, about 21 years after we were married, he decides, on his own, out of the blue, he's going to convert to Judaism. What do you know? I got my Jewish husband. Thank you.